What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel and to episode 33 of Let's Play 2001Scape. I'm Twinrova, and this is my Ironman 2001Scape account, Theoin. In the last session, we were grinding our combat XP, our prayer, and it looks like our cooking all at the same time from inside the Edgeville Dungeon. And so I am here sitting right outside this room full of giant rats. It looks like I have a backpack full of raw meat that needs to be cooked. Oh, we are under attack by a rat. It looks like my XP was set to defense, and my defense is currently 27. Was I shooting for 30 defense specifically? For some reason, I think I maybe was trying to minimize the amount of damage that I was taking. Whatever the case, we need to cook our food. Spawning in with an inventory full of raw meat. Was I going to the surface to cook this, or was there some place that I imagine that I was going to the surface and collecting wood to cook food for this grind. So yeah, that is what I was doing in the last session, and today we are getting back at it. The ultimate goal is to kill the strongest creature in 2001Scape, pardon me, the ice giant in the Asgardian ice dungeon. That is the goal. To get there, we are going to need to train our combat skills. Did not mean to equip that. We want to right click, use the axe on the tree. Right. So we have the best gear in the game that we can acquire outside of, I've got the tinderbox, yep. Just checking out my inventory, making sure we have everything in its place. We have the best gear in the game that we can currently find. A fire making level already. This early in the session, we've already leveled up. Level 11 fire making. Very cool. We have full adamant armor, except for the shield is a steel square shield. And the shield upgrade, the next shield upgrade that we can find is a mithril square shield that we'll get as a drop from an ice giant. So we need to train our combat to the point where we can kill ice giants so that we can farm them for the shield upgrade. And that's more or less what we're doing. Oh, I'm supposed to be cooking food on this fire. Let me head over to the fire. So that is the plan for the session. We are going to be in a cooking level. I was on the cusp of leveling the last time that I logged out. That is quite hilarious. And this is a pretty good feeling training spot. This is a pretty good spot for training. I'm fairly certain that it was Alder that recommended this spot to me. But yeah, we're working very slowly on woodcutting and fire making. That's not really the purpose of this location, but we are, in fact, training our combat skills, and we're training prayer. Prayer is the other skill that we are actually gaining a good amount of XP in. We can run around the room with the rats and pick up and bury bones. Looks like a bunch of bones spawn there. So yeah, not too shabby. I don't know, maybe I was hoping to hit 30 defense. Yeah, my defense is currently at 27. There's not a gear related reason why I would be prioritizing defense. The reason why I'm confused, or I sound confused, is because typically strength is the better skill. Oh my gosh, and a pray evil level. How many levels are we going to gain in the first 5 minutes just on accident? That is hilarious. Our pray good is 17, and our pray evil is 15. Let's see, there are bones in that room. So yeah, usually I would train, pardon me, I'm all over the place here. Strength first would be the typical play, so that you can do more and more damage. But if I recall, I believe we went to the Varrock sewers. That's what it was. We went to the Varrock sewers, and near the back of the sewers, we were actually taking quite a bit of damage. To train combat long-term in a location, you don't really want to be having to constantly make food. So I guess my plan here, it seems like my plan was to grind defense first for economical reasons, right? To minimize the amount of food that I need to consume in a session, so that I can grind combat in the same location for longer. At least that's my guess. That's what I think I was doing. A lot of the time, when I log back in, I'm thinking, okay, what did past Twinrova want? What was past Twinrova trying to do? And that is what I think was happening. So today we're going to carry the grind on. The plan is to level up our combat skills as quickly as we can, prepping for the Ice Giant. And I saw someone else in the dungeon. Look at all of this prayer XP. I remember someone was joking at how this is probably the best prayer XP in the game, and how incredibly slow the XP is. Our pray good is 17, pray evil is 15. Prayer doesn't really function in any meaningful way in 2001Scape, so it's really a skill that you only will train for the high scores. And speaking of the high scores, Theoin, last time I checked, Theoin was ahead of Twinrova, Twinrova being my main 2001Scape account. I'm going to go check that out. Bury these bones, attack the rat. If I head over to the 2001Scape high scores, and I jump over to page, I think it is 4. Yeah, Twinrova is currently at rank 71, and Theoin was rank 69, but with all these levels that we just gained off the bat here, Theoin's rank is now 67. We are slowly but surely climbing towards that top 50 position. Let's pick up bones, bury the bones, pick up some more bones, bury some more. I'm going to continue eating this meat, even if I don't have to, so that I can collect the raw meat from the rat and keep cooking it for cooking training. This is just an all-around XP gaining method. I wonder how much XP I'm getting per rat, though. Could I get more combat XP more quickly by going deeper into the dungeon? Maybe I need to be using this room just to restock on food, and then move on to enemies deeper into the dungeon for better combat XP. Maybe that is what we were doing. I don't know, it makes sense to me. Let's take on a Skelly. Okay, if I go over to like the Pray Good high scores, you can get on the front page with a level of 34. The front 34 Pray Good lands you on the front page. We are kicking the skeleton's butt right now, so we probably can move deeper into the dungeon for training. What is this amulet? This is a brass necklace. Do we need this? I don't think so. I don't think we need that. The key is useful. Oh yeah, we did. We went to the back of the this dungeon. There's another door. Right, I forget. So 34 to get on the front page of Pray Good. For Pray Evil, it's 33. So if we grind our prayer to the 30s, we can get on the front page in a skill, which would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. Do you want to pick up those runes? Maybe do we want to collect runes as we go? Perhaps. All of my coins are in my bag because I am treating this account as an ultimate Ironman account. Which is not saying too much because in 2001Scape, the only thing that you can bank is your coins anyway. We took a little damage from the skeleton, not too much, but just a little bit. Okay, what is further along? Back here, the gate swings open. Will it shut behind me? Maybe not. We have level 25 skeletons. Okay, and I thought I saw someone else training back here. I could very well be mistaken. Well, I see arrows on the ground. Do they spawn here? It looks like the arrows might spawn here. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, these guys are actually landing some hits on us. We just landed a 4. Nice, nice. Bones, so we can still train our prayer over here on Skellies, which makes sense. There's someone that just sits here. Maybe it's Brown that just sits here and trains on skeletons. What do we have further along? Oh, I see. Amo. Amo is over. Grain, the skeleton dropped. Interesting. Yeah, at least it looks like Amo is over there training. Sometimes there's a glitch with people fighting in the distance, but we'll see. Zombie. And their combat level is 24. It looks green, like the zombies are quite below our level. I'm not sure what our combat level is. We can check that. Let's see, I think it's : CMB. Yeah, my combat level is 24.75. The zombie is 24 and green. Interesting. Quite interesting. Okay. And it's running away. We want that XP though. Unlike in modern RuneScape, XP is not gained per hit. We don't gain XP. Wait, is that right? Or do I have this backwards? I think in one of them you gain XP only on the kill, and in the other you gain XP all along the way with your hits. Whatever the case, I think that you get XP on a kill in 2001Scape. At least that's what I seem to remember. Zombies are aggressive. If I remember right, there's no real way to see how close you are to a level in 2001Scape, which is part of the reason why I'm able to log out with 4 different skills on the cusp of leveling, if you're not sure how long it's going to take to level. Which is an interesting aspect of 2001Scape that we've talked about before, the psychological pressure of not knowing when you're going to level. There's a lot about this game that for a casual player, wow, it is ammo. They might be AFKing if those are aggro. Look at that 13 that Amo just hit. Wow. Level 31 skeletons in that room are yellow on right click. Be a little tougher for us. Yeah, Amo might be AFK, might be AFKing these skeletons. Look at that, 16. Wow, what a smack. Yeah, it's a pretty good dungeon for the purpose of leveling. You've got, what, the rats were like 18? Is that right? Those skeletons are 25. Maybe the rats were 13. You've got creatures in the 10s, you've got creatures in the 20s. Break, eat, attack. Just for fun. And then it looks like you've got the skeleton in the 30s. Yeah, it seems like you could hang out just in this dungeon for quite a while. Training combat. Which is great because that is the plan. If we want to be strong enough to kill an ice giant, we're going to need to put in the hours of work. We're going to need to put in the time. Yeah, this is pretty fun. Look at the pixel art here. And it's funny because in RuneScape Classic, in combat, there's no billboarding. Billboarding being like, this zombie is facing away from us, so we see this. This is a 2D image, right? And it's just, depending on our angle, it's rendering a different 2D image to make it look like the monster is facing a different direction. That is called billboarding. But in combat, we don't billboard. And that's kind of funny. They didn't want to draw the combat animation from all angles, it seems. It's also funny, the 3D physical environment with 2D sprites coming in. For a RuneScape Classics game engine. It's pretty interesting. I'm trying to think of any other games off the top of my head that render a true 3D world but have 2D sprites. I say true 3D, unlike games like, I don't know, Wolfenstein 3D or Doom, right? You may think that you're going through a 3D world in that, but it's not true 3D. It's a ray casting projection of 2D stripes, essentially, that give you the fake impression that you're in a 3D environment. And if I'm not mistaken, this is a true 3D environment. Like, these are all 3D shapes. Hey, let's go. Defense level. Let's freaking go. 28 defense. I wonder if we should go fight one of those skellies. Just see how we do. Yeah, this looks like true 3D to me. I could be mistaken. And these are definitely 2D sprites. So I don't know, it's kind of a cool game engine. I'm not sure exactly what level we need to kill an ice giant. If we were to load up on food, we've got all these meat pies here. Would that be enough? Oh, we wanted to train cooking because at 30 cooking we get a better pie. And that better pie, the apple pie, I believe, is going to give us a better chance of surviving against the ice giant. So all of these steps, these are all in preparation for the giant. Yeah, I think it's going to be epic. Killing the strongest attackable creature on a RuneScape server. I don't know that I've ever done that before on any RuneScape server. Like, I've killed bosses and whatnot, but usually behind the curve, usually not while they are the new, latest, greatest thing. It's usually far after the fact. Okay, let's give a skeleton a try. We land a 5 off the bat, and then a 4. It's looking good for the home team. Not trying to crash you, but wanted to test out fighting a skelly in here. I don't think Amo is really there. And maybe he doesn't care if he or she doesn't care if we're fighting this skeleton, if the other one just spawns right there. Yeah, they may not care at all. Coins and bones. Yeah, so that wasn't too bad. We could totally train. Yo! What's your combat looking like? Just AFKing skellies for longer than I can remember. What about you? Working up to killing ice giants. 99 strength? Wow. I'm going on 30s. Definitely with the AFK aggro. You wanna smith and Addy shield? Would be so epic. Let's see where Amo's at in the high scores. You're number 10 overall. So epic. Cake is number 1. I can do work in just about anything while doing skellies. That is one of the reasons why I love RuneScape. Working and scaping at the same time. Yeah, when you can't play other games, you can play RuneScape. Oh, this brass necklace that I pick up. Probably the one that spawns over here. There's the brass key. Do I not have Amo added? Amo, E-I-M-O. So happy to see someone else here. You've been grinding here a lot. Yeah, these hobgoblins, 32. That's why I can't left click. They're too high level. I have to right click attack. The left click option is talk to right now. Got basically 12 hours a day since January. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is dedication. True dedication. RuneScape is so fun. And it's way more fun when there's like at least one other person online or near you to chat with. What we got? 32 zombies, 32 hobgoblins, 37 giants. Yeah, glad that we have a defense level gained. Working towards 30. All 30s in combat is going to be nice. It's going to take a while. And it's good that we have this adamant gear. Our weapon aim of 33 and our weapon power of 42. What's your smithing? Mine is right at 40. $63. Wow. Yeah, Amo's number 10 on the high scores. And a lot is from smelting gold bars, though. Doing crafting with gold. It's still longsword. That's funny. I left click to talk on accident and then it attacks me. Yeah, Amo's total level is 845. Yep, just with the two neighboring gold rocks in the skelly room. Oh my gosh, you're mining in there? Can you fight and mine at the same time? Between fights or between spawns? Wild. It's funny that attack is the third option down the list. Look at the difference in pixel art. Basically, I'd mine 2 rocks in 10 seconds or so, then AFK about 60 seconds. Then where do you take your ore? And skellies would die while AFKing mostly. We're going to learn Amo's process. You're seeing it first here, live on Let's Play 2001Scape with Twinrova. Got the inside 2001Scape news scoop. We're down to 13 hit points, so we need to manage that. This is cool though. Like, we're taking damage, but we can just run back over to the rats, right? To get more food. This is not a bad training setup. Not a bad setup at all. I was talking about my gold earlier. 881 gold pieces is all I have to my name after I purchased myself broke getting this adamant plate body. "32 zombie, 32 hobgoblins." In here we've got this ladder. We've got giants, 37. I wonder if we took on one giant, how we do. I don't know. Let's try it. Not bad. We landed the first hit. And the second. Cool. The axe is pretty consistent. Yeah, like we haven't whiffed yet. There the giant landed a blow. But that's not bad. Of course, we're taking way more damage than we would in the other room. We can always run back to the rats, replenish our food, come back over here. Coins, bones. Oh, a new one engaged me. Okay. Step away. I want to attack this giant. Yeah, there we go. We could totally train on these guys a little bit. I don't know if it's worth it to have to run back and forth, but this is making me hopeful. This is making me hopeful for the ice giants. We might be able to, before too long, actually kill an ice giant. Like, we probably wouldn't be able to farm them. Okay, we're going to have to pick up our loot and skedaddle. And that is Southern for get out of here. Okay, we can actually go up this ladder, too. How far away is this walk? Door's locked. You can use the key on here, and then we can get an axe, chop down a tree. We can take the wood into the dungeon and farm rats to get our meat up, and then go back to the giants. Depending on how annoying it is to run back, either back through if we're not too hurt, or around. We can probably go through. We've got 12 hit points in most of... A wood cutting level? Are you kidding me? I was literally so close to so many levels at once. This is wild. Okay, so we'll head back, and if anything aggroes us, I think we can just fight them. Yeah, I don't think there's anything stopping us. We don't really need the steel sword. I'm forgetting we're playing in a hardcore. Ultimate Ironman, no bank. Ultimate Ironman, we can't just hang on to everything. Moss Giant 62? Oh my gosh, that can't be too far away from the Ice Giants level. It's honestly pretty impressive that in, what is this, May of 2001? May of 2001, we already have enemies in the 60s. I'm trying to remember the Black Knight's total level, or combat level. Is it right at 30 or like 28 or something? Maybe it's 22. I don't know. Something in the 20s is what I'm feeling. But the Black Knight was originally the strongest creature in RuneScape when RuneScape launched on game day 2001. What is it? January 6th, 2001, I think, was launch day. We're pretty weak. We probably need to run from combat. Oh my gosh, are we going to die in here? Oh, we've got a pie. Yeah, I don't really want to eat the pies, but if we take too many more hits, I'll break into the pies rather than die. Seven. We should be okay. No big deal, no big deal. We've already been killed by ice giants once on this account. My one KO while doing the quest. What's it called? I don't even know what it's called. We don't have the... Do we have a quest book? No, we don't have a quest book in 2001Scape. Too old for that. Not Doric's quest, is it? The Night Sword, that's the one. The rats. KO. Nice and easy. Bury these bones. We can go ahead and knock this rat out and start cooking. Or we can wait until we get some more meat and then go. Yeah, we actually should farm more rats. I don't think we need these runes. I think this space would be better served with more rat meat. Okay, so we'll grind rats. And bury bones. Just run in circles, picking up and burying bones. I'm telling you, this is a pretty good combat setup. And this is why dungeons are so cool and just like fun in RuneScape, because they're not really like, I don't know, they're not made to be like a story per se. Like maybe there were some lore elements as to why these things are here, but really I feel like 2001Scape was more or less a chat room attached to a role-playing game. Or rather, I said that backwards. A role-playing game attached to a chat room. That was the primary function. So this is just like a room for people to sit around and beat things up in, get XP in, just casually. Having some casual fun while chatting. It's not super serious. Like the rooms are obviously, there's a hit points level. Nice. 26 hits now. Let's freaking go. But it's just clear that these rooms are made for training. Like one room is for training your combat up to a certain point, and then you move on to the next room. You're just grinding out XP for your combat skills in these dungeons. That's the purpose that they served functionally. For grinding. And it's fun. It's a fun process. Yeah, and this is the dungeon that I've spent the least amount of time in, so it's pretty fun hanging out here, exploring this one, getting to know it a little better. The dungeon in Taverley, that is one that I spent a lot of time in the actual 2001Scape servers. 2001Scape. In the official RuneScape Classic servers. I spent a lot of time there. A lot of time there. I've spent a good amount of time in the Varrock sewers. But not a lot of time in the Edgeville Dungeon in Classic. Or even in Old School. Like, for some reason, the Edgeville Dungeon is just like, I don't know. I just haven't spent a ton of time there. Okay, one more rat meat. We'll collect, and then we'll cook it all. Yeah, it's cool that we can hang with some giants now. Even the weaker hill giant is pretty epic feeling. Tells you we're moving up in the world. Yeah, and I just wonder, with an inventory full of meat pies, if I would be capable of surviving the ice giant. Okay, let's drop our logs, use the tinderbox on the logs, and we'll probably get even more opportunities to collect rats as they spawn while we're trying to cook. That's my assumption. Oh, this is they're gonna drop their loot directly on the fire. It's gonna make it tougher. Okay, we'll just keep cooking. We won't go after the kill. We won't chase that yet. Hopefully it doesn't just heal back, but it's not gonna be the biggest deal if it does. That's so funny. It forgot that it was running away. Is kind of what happened here. Oh, look, we're just standing in the flames. How heavy metal. Yeah, and there's one more rat meat that we can take. Attempts to cook. Nice, only burnt 4 out of all of this. That's not so bad. Before dropping that, we can actually... Let's aggro this rat and see if we can't get its meat before the fire goes out. I bet the fire goes out first. But who knows, there's a chance. We'll rush it over there. Here we go. Chase. Ah, and there goes the fire. Yep. Okay, we'll drop our burnt meat. And then let's head back to the giants. Let's spend our food there. These level 21 skeletons are not aggroing on us. I think these 25 skeletons will. Yeah, they will. Oh, we didn't eat. We never ate, we just healed up naturally. That's funny. So yeah, we definitely want to eat now. So I guess we could have hung back with the weaker creatures long enough for our HP to rebound a little bit. Not the biggest deal though. We also could collect more rat meat. Another defense level, 29. Let's freaking go. 1 away from 30 defense. Yeah, I guess let's get a little more stocked up on meat. Here's another rat. We can run over here to increase the pace of our raw meat collection. Optimize this a little bit, maybe. Pick up some gold while we're over here. What is a role-playing game if not an optimization problem? A very fun and long optimization problem. Yep, and we should not pass over these bones if we're gonna climb the prayer high scores. Just all the XP that we can possibly get is what we're after. Oh, sorry, missed that. No worries at all. It happens. I just traded the gold ores to mules. Oh, okay. That makes sense. We need Smith and Falador. Okay. That's cool. I'll go ahead and eat up a little more, because I think it'll take longer to replenish those hits naturally than to farm the rats. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to be going over to the other rat in the downtime between spawns. That was the plan. And one more kill. Nice. We can get this rat over here. Oh, we'll get this one. We'll go tag the other, and then we should be able to go to the surface and cook what we have. Excellent. All right, over to yonder rat. What are you up to today watching this? Are you grinding RuneScape at the same time? Oh, I did not mean to whack the skelly. Go through this odd looking wall, which I think is so fun. I really love old role-playing games and the small things that they add to make it just a little more fantastic. All right. You just went through a secret door. How exciting. Okay, okay. Let's whack a tree. Hopefully I haven't been... Yeah, I would see the difference. I'm like, hopefully I haven't had this axe equipped that whole time. I don't believe I did. If I did, roast me in the comments. You have my permission. Nice, nice. And then let the cookery commence. Okay. Let's see how many of these meats we can cook. Get that cooking level up. We want all the cooking XP. We want to bolster our chances of survival with access to better food. Again, talking about role-playing games basically being optimization problems, and we want to optimize our survival by allowing each inventory slot to grant us the maximum amount of hit point recovery in combat against the ice giant. Wow, 29 defense. So cool that we're heading to the 30s. I'd imagine that combat would be a hard area to reach the high scores on, because I feel like that's one of the most popular aspects of any MMO or just role-playing game. Path is clear to get to the zombies. It's funny because you could do this kind of like a maze and try to avoid them. Kind of a fun room design. Gives you the opportunity at least to avoid these encounters. Maybe with good pathing, yeah. Not that I really want to avoid them, but we're heading to the giants. We're definitely going to get aggroed in here. Yep. Seems like you're never going to not get aggroed in this room. I don't know that your level affects aggro at all in Classic. Seems like it does not. Wow, we just took some damage. Interesting. Keep on keeping on. Last one. Wow. We hit him so hard the first couple smacks that I just wanted to let it keep going. Now we're just taking extra damage. But it's all XP, so it's all good. Oh, not if this guy runs up and hits me next. Yeah, we want to give that other hobgoblin time to wander off. All right. Yeah, let's heal up a bit, because we're definitely going to take damage fighting giants, and let's get at it. Level 37, just giants, not hill giant. It's just a giant. I say just. Look at it just punching me. Just fisticuffs. I'm clad in metal, and it's just a big dude in a shirt, just normal clothes. Just throwing hands. Nice. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to kill a few of these guys with all the meat. And it's just cooked meat. Like, this is one of the least efficient hits per slot food choices, right? It's just affordable or whatever. So when we do finally get around to taking on the ice giant with hopefully apple pies, I'm thinking we're going to have a chance. I don't This is making me think that it's not going to take quite as long as I anticipated, at least to get one kill. To get to the point where we can effectively farm kills, now that is going to be challenging. Of course, it's going to take time and effort to make meat pies, so you don't want to be, preferably for training, you don't want to be constantly cooking pies. That just takes a good amount of time. Do I get a strength buff with beer? 20 out of 26 we do. Yeah, a little boost to hits and a reduction to accuracy, which, with the adamant axe, we should have pretty good accuracy at this point. Ooh, I say that. Now we are sure whiffing repeatedly. And taking hits. There's a 2. Yeah, we're not really landing big ones with this beer downed. Pardon if you can hear the truck gunning it right past my window. Wow, this is taking a while. There's a 5. Nice. Back-to-back 5s. Let's freaking go. Wow, and a 4. Follow it up. I guess let's eat a little bit. Hey, a prayer level. Pretty good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they were already orange. I was thinking, were they... Was that a 6? Wow. Yeah, the giants are currently orange. They're a little tougher than we should probably be regularly training against, but it's fun. You can't ever forget to consider the fun factor. Maybe it's a little less optimal, but maybe it's a little more fun. Did you think of that? Yeah, this is pretty cool to be doing fairly well. Like, we're doing really well against this giant in particular. Defense is 29. We're about to hit 30. Then what? What do we need next? We're landing hits, so probably just strength, right? Can I walk here and then take the bones and then attack? Looks like I can. Great success. And my hope is that each of these giants is dropping a good wallop of XP. It's a technical term. A nice, hefty chunk of XP per giant. But of course, in 2001Scape, we can't actually see that. We cannot quantify how much XP we're gaining per kill, which is corrected in RuneScape Classic proper. Yeah, this is not bad. Maybe defense is really what we needed to be training. Again, we're talking economy, right? Like, we just need to reduce the amount of damage that we're taking to the point where we can hang for a while with these creatures. Then again, like, you know, strength means you take them down faster, which means you take fewer hits, but I don't know. It's all a balance, to be sure. Yeah, we're doing really well. I don't know if this one defense level made the difference, but typically in classic RuneScape servers, RuneScape Classic, 2001Scape, all of these servers, I really feel like, oh, 3 and 3 back to back. one level matters. Like, your performance from level to level really improves, like, significantly. Full HP. Let's pot up. You've been playing over an hour. That is funny. Because I haven't really. This is a second clip I cut and I rejoined, and it's been, I don't know, 6 minutes or something. Maybe because my client has been open for that much time. Not sure. Interesting to receive the message. 29 defense. We're going on 30. Are we going to land it here? How many more giant KOs do we need to hit 30? And is this the strongest creature in this dungeon? It looks like it is. Wow, we're in the back of the Edgeville Dungeon. We saw moss giants somewhere. I don't know if that is in a different dungeon. Sometimes different underground spaces are rendered kind of side by side. It's the same instance. Let's take a few bites of food and get back to bashing. So I don't know if the moss giant that we saw is actually in this dungeon or if it's somewhere else. We might need to do some further exploring of our environment. What do we have here? Fire runes. Your strength ability has returned to normal. Your attack ability has returned to normal. I'm so happy that we have full adamantite. I mean, minus the shield, of course. The shield's not adamant, but helmet, legs, body, battle axe. That's pretty baller. Almost like we ran in a circle hundreds of times to earn 40k gold pieces just for one piece of armor. And my PvP is still on. Someone could come find me and kill me and take it from me. And I would have to start all over. Of course, the odds of this are rather slim, but it is technically a possibility. The day may come. I just got another "you've been playing over an hour" message. Did you see that? Just pop up on the screen. That's so strange. Unexpected. I'm actually a little nervous to be out of food and so far away from the door. We'd have to take 3 hits from 3 different giants to make our way out, so we should probably go get more food. I like to risk a little bit just for the adrenaline of it, but also hate to leave a combat where your enemy is almost dead, even if it risks you. I'm like, wow, I don't want to waste all of this damage that I dealt and all this time that I spent already. Okay. Can we split the middle? Let's do some clickery here. Got caught. 1, 2, 3. Yep. One more giant. As expected. 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Nice. 10 hits remaining. Wow. Look at this spam of the "you've been playing for an hour" message. What in the world is it causing that? We're going to get caught in this room for sure. Well, maybe not. Yeah. 2, 3. Nice, nice. All right, we're heading back to the rats. There is the moss giant, and I don't know what that is. If I look at the map in the client, I don't know if you can see that. I don't think you can. Ooh. Ooh! Zombies with some accuracy. Level 24 zombies. I ran into a dead end. Oh no. A dead end. Surrounded by zombies. Is this it for Twinrova? Theoin. Is this it for Theoin? 7 hits. Wow, we live to fight another day. Let's not just run directly. Okay, let's run directly into another zombie. We can get 3-shot by this zombie. You could go, you know, 2-2-3 or something. And it's chasing. Nice. Outran it. Let's go. I guess if we were about to die, we could eat our pies. I just really want to conserve the pie for PvP, essentially. Or ice giants, one or the other. I wonder if the ice giants isn't a decent spot for high-level PvP. Because players would be going there. For PvP, you want to catch players in a funnel, right? Like, you want to know where they're going to be. You want to get in their path. So I'm wondering if the Ice Giants isn't a good spot for that. We're going to kill some rats and get their meat. And we might hit level 30. I don't know why I'm feeling like we have to be close. We can't be too far off from the level. Yeah, then our attack is lower. We could get more levels more quickly in attack, but I think strength is going to be the more important of the three. Now that we're a little tankier, we keep grinding our prayer for that front page. It'd be cool to have both Theoin and Twinrova on the front page. To have 2 accounts, that'd be pretty cool. Already have 2 accounts in the top 75. So pushing forward towards top 50 on both accounts. And right now we are healing faster. We're just naturally healing faster than the rats can deal damage. With full adamant plate and 30 defense. Our players are tougher than you might think they are. Like, we can really fight up in levels. The player's combat level, I guess because of all of our extra fun stuff that we get, like food and better gear, is not truly, and it's not equal to compare our combat level with the creature's combat level, the monsters in the game. It's crazy how we can fight creatures so much stronger than ourselves. Because if I just check my combat level right now, it's 25, and we are fighting the giant in the 30s. What was it? 32, 37, something like that? Pretty cool. Let's bury these bones. Yeah, get all that juicy prayer XP. Quite unfortunately, there's no prayer to buff us in 2001Scape. Rather, we have to cast spells that will become prayers by the time RuneScape Classic comes around, by the time we reach 2003. What are we at? We're at 18 pray good and 15 pray evil. There's something off about the scale. We appear to earn pray good and pray evil XP as we bury bones, but either we are gaining XP at a different rate across the skills, or perhaps the level scaling is different for each skill, but I doubt that. I imagine that the level scaling is probably the same across skills, and it's probably the amount of XP that we're receiving that is changing. That would be my guess anyway. I don't know that for a fact. I also really love the blue cape, just signifying our questing completion is pretty baller. Feels pretty epic. A pray evil level, let's go. Theoin climbing the leaderboards. And why don't we just go check that out? Why not? What do we have better to do? A defense level, that's what we have better to do. Let's freaking go. 30 defense. Whoop, 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 whoop. All right. Yeah, 21 attack, 30 defense, 26 strength. Let's switch it up and start grinding that strength. Wow. That is exciting. We are officially tankier. Not the tankiest, but tankier. Okay. Let's change it up to aggressive. Don't even know if that went through in time. Check out the 2001Scape high scores. Theoin is still on page 4 at rank 67 still. Total level of 351. Not sure if that's counting the levels that we've most recently earned, but that still would not put us at rank 66 yet. So we're at 351. Let's assume that's our total level. And at rank 50, the Wombler is currently at total level 424. So 351 to 424. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Roughly 70 levels to go to get into the top 50 accounts on 2001Scape. Not too bad. We're not too far away. And I see some really happy usernames on page 3 around the 50th rank. We've got Lappy, our hunter, right? The one who was hunting us down for so long. For I think going off to the server, Beast Fable has a server that he started. I think it's Neat Free-to-Play, which is a free-to-play PvP-oriented server. So I think Lappy was over on that private server playing, which seems really cool. have to check that out. Who else do we see over here on the high scores that we know? Iro, who I believe did Shield of Arav with me. Very kind. It's a fun quest. And I remember I got all mixed up thinking that a cooking level, let's go, 24, only 6 away from the apple pie. I don't know if it was on this account or on the preservation server that Iro did Shield of Arav with me, and I was all confused because I had just done Shield of Arav on RuneScape 3, and it lets you perform both roles, so I accidentally told Iro that I was going to go one way and went the other. And Iro was quite confused, and I'm like, no, it's going to work out. And I had no idea what I was talking about. Sorry for that, Iro. I still have quite a bit of inventory space left for food, so I think that before we head back to the giants, I think I'm going to hit up the rats one more time. We're going to do one more round of rat slaying, rat catching, to really fill up on cooked meat. And I'm excited we're at 24 cooking, only 6 levels away from being able to make apple pies, and I think perhaps getting into the cooking guild. That would be pretty cool. Bones, and raw meat. An important milestone on our way to slaying the ice giant. The strongest attackable creature in all of 2001. Now I am, this is kind of random, I am excited by a new RuneScape private server that is just now opening up. Actually, I need to confirm when it opened. I'm just now learning about it. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's just now opening. But there's a brand new 2001 private server. As far as I know, it's the second ever 2001Scape kind of server. And it's called RSC Perfect. And if I pull this up on the side while we're farming, it looks like RSC Perfect is a new RuneScape private server that is locked on December 10th, 2001. Although it does have some mechanical and bug fixes from later versions of the game. It's the content from December 10th of 2001. And why December 10th, 2001? Well, this was the final update before pay-to-play, before RuneScape membership was launched. So the marketing here is that RSC Perfect is the perfect 2001Scape server because it's exactly where the game left off when pay-to-play launched. Just before, one update before RuneScape membership became a thing. So that's pretty cool. I'm excited that there's a step in between 2001 and 2003 now in the RuneScape private server kingdom. I like the idea of playing forward through private servers, and so more and more eras is always going to be fun. Retro RuneScape is just such a blast. And it's cool playing the game, grinding it out across different versions. Do I have enough room in my inventory for this meat? I do. One more. I've got room for one more. Attack a level 13 rat. Getting strength XP now. Our strength is 26, only 4 levels away from 30. Oh, we did not successfully pick up the raw meat. There we go. All right, back to the surface. Back to the surface. Yeah, so once I hit all of my objectives in 2001Scape, we might step forward to RSC Perfect. It looks like they're going to have an official Ultimate Ironman mode, which would be quite fun. Okay, let's use the axe on the tree. First try. Yippee. Not the first try with lighting. Logs. Let's see where we're at. Ooh, a fire making level. Wow. Fire making 12. Nice. That is excellent. Okay. Doing pretty good at our cookery. One more. Not too shabby, actually. All right. Is this? I feel like this is enough to head back to the. Head back to the Giants area. Do I really have to right-click, or was that just a misclick on my part to go down the ladder? Okay. Let's head to the Giant. And totally down to fight whoever aggroes me on the way. We're in this for the strength XP, so it is what it is. $25 skeletons in this room. Are they aggro? They are. Oh, I didn't eat. We actually could. I actually could use a little more meat. Now that we think about it. So what I want to know is what extra are we going to have on the RSC Perfect server? Let's see. There is a page, differences between RSC Perfect, and actually the codebase underlying the RSC Perfect server is called RSC Sunday. Interesting. So that is the server, that is the code base. They're calling the server itself, the server that you connect to, an instance of it, they're calling that RSC Perfect. But it's the RSC Sunday code base. There's a page on differences between RSC Sunday and modern RuneScape, between RSC Sunday and Open RuneScape Classic, which is Preservation, the 2003 replica server. And we can go ahead and eat and get some more food. And between RSC Sunday and 2001Scape, and that's what I want to know. Okay, here are the differences between the server I'm playing right now. This is 2001Scape, hosted by the Open RSC team, and RSC Sunday, which is the underlying code base for the new RSC Perfect server. And I do want to shout out that this isn't just a random off-the-cuff person. It's not a super random person making this. It's Stormy. Stormy is a very well-known figure in the classic community, and especially the 2001 community. Stormy put together a very good intro to 2001Scape PvP guide that people refer to when they're learning how to PK in either Classic or 2001. Stormy has a blog. Yeah, so Stormy is not... It's a household name in the 2001 and RSC preservation community, right? It's a big name. Very excited for their project. The differences between RSC Sunday and 2001Scape. Item banking and trading certificates are available. Now that's interesting. So if you are watching this and you're thinking, wow, I would play this if it wasn't Ultimate Ironman, right? In May of 2001, you can only bank your coins. And so for me, playing as an Ultimate Ironman is literally just keeping my coins in my bag, no big deal. But in December 2001, on the RSC Perfect server, you have item banking and trading certificates. And that is big. That is very big. That completely changes the game. Takes you... It's a definitive step towards RuneScape Classic having a true bank. Now, I would probably play an Ultimate Ironman mode because of how much fun I've had on this account, on this server. So that wouldn't be much of a difference for me, but for some, that's a big difference. Okay. Next, the fishing skill is implemented. Wait a second. Yeah, we didn't have fishing. Yeah, that's right. Oh my gosh, you can actually fish for your food? That would be so helpful. Wow. We don't have a fishing skill, so there's a whole extra skill to support your cooking. I mean, we can get chicken, but fishing implies that we're going to have a wider range of foods available. And this is why it's so fun to play on these old servers and to play RuneScape. Across time, playing different versions of RuneScape is so fun. Because you can see why pieces of the game were added. Like at this point, there's not a huge variety of food that we have access to. Chicken, meat, the pies. And the pies are a lot of effort. If we could get somewhere near the pie's hit point recovery with a fish, even if it was fewer slots, or with a pie you can eat a pie multiple times in one slot. If the trade-off is that you can spend less time but still have pretty good HP gains with higher level fish, that's baller. That would be a meaningful difference. That would help us to move forward more quickly. I remember the pie making grind in my over preparation for Delrith. It took a long time. That was a good chunk of the run spent on that. Okay. The magic and prayer skills are fully complete. What? We actually have prayer? Let's freaking go. Wow, so far it sounds like RSC Perfect is going to feel more like a complete game. 2001Scape is great, and I love it. I'm having such a good time with 2001Scape. It's quaint in that things are half-baked, not done, right? Oh, what am I doing? I'm supposed to be cooking on this fire. Having the prayer skill in place is going to be a huge, huge benefit. So that burying bones actually matters. I wonder how many of the spells will be available. Really, having a limited spell book really makes 2001Scape very quaint. It seriously affects combat, right? Only having access to a limited number of spells. It says you are able to cast magic spells during melee combat. Now, is that the same as in RC Preservation? I can't remember. I don't know if in Classic, if you can, in 2003, if you can cast magic during melee. I think you can. Yeah, so that's a big difference. You don't have to break melee combat to... Oh, look at the rat, how far it wandered away from that room. You don't have to break from melee combat to cast a spell and then re-engage. You can cast magic during melee. That's big. Leather crafting is implemented. Cows are now attackable. Oh my gosh, you can go to the cow field for the first time. Unlike 2001Scape, where you can't even attack the cows. They're only for dairy. That's very cool. Rune items and the Dragon Slayer quest are available. Oh my gosh, the fashion scape of Rune. Wow, and that means that 2001Scape is truly the only server where Adamantite is the best gear in the game. Runite is going to be in place. Wow, so that is a cool stepping stone. In 2001Scape, the best gear is Adamant. In RSC Perfect, the best gear is Rune. And in RSC Classic, the best gear is Rune with some dragon items. Very epic. Ah, we don't have room for the bones. It's okay. Prayer is not really functional in this game, unlike RSC Perfect. No big deal, no big deal. Let's see. The wilderness in Karamja are accessible. Oh my gosh, yeah, if we have the Dragon Slayer quest, which that's a big deal. Having Elvarg is definitely tougher than the Ice Giant, so maybe Elvarg is the strongest attackable creature, which again gives us a nice scale. 2001Scape, it's the Ice Giant. RSC Perfect, December 2001, it's Elvarg, perhaps. And 2003 RSC Preservation, it's the King Black Dragon. Wow. That is a cool progression. Food heals a constant amount instead of scaling. Oh my gosh, are you serious? They really did that? Well, I take back, so there's no need for pies or anything? You don't get more healing benefit from higher level items? Wow, that's crazy. Items have equipment requirements. Okay. It's like in 2001Scape, if someone were to trade you a full set of adamant armor right out of the gates, you could immediately equip it, and it would be a huge benefit to you early in the game. It looks like in RSC Perfect you actually do have to unlock tiers of items, which is cool. I like that. Okay, let's see. All colors of cape are available and dyeable with equal stats. Let's finish off this hobgoblin. Interesting. So we have, wow, goblins fleeing. Got to get that strength XP. So we're going to have more colors of cape, not just the blue, and more than just blue. Red. We have red in this game. Did we have any other colors? Honestly, can't remember. Did we have a black cape, maybe? I think maybe there was a black cape, but more colors of capes. That's pretty cool. All right. Giant aggro. Let's go. Players may have up to 2 billion coins instead of 65,000. 65,000 is the max cash stack in this game? Wow, do we need to try to get a max? Wow, we just took a bunch of damage real quick. Do we need to try to get a max cash stack? Is that what I'm hearing here? When we were at 40k gold, we were more than halfway to a cash stack? Wow, that could be another objective or achievement in the game. Let's go. We can definitely eat now. And take these bones. The female version of the plate top is available. Very cool. So you've got different versions of the plate body. Okay, cool. Wow, well, I am excited to spend time on that server. Potentially after I hit all of my goals and objectives on this one, which means that there is plenty of 2001Scape content coming your way, goals to set and to hit. I can't believe that I'm closing in on a year since I created this account. Just so cool. Hey, a strength level. Let's freaking go. Did that giant just drop a limpwort root? Let's freaking go. We need that. We need that. Berry. Limpwort root. We need this for what? A strength potion, right? That's a nice, useful drop. Let's catch. Oh, no, we don't want that aggro. 1, 2, 3. We want this aggro. Yeah. Let's actually eat. Nope. 1, 2, 3. Eat, and aggro. 1, 2, 3. Let's take coins, take bones, and attack. Okay. Cool, cool. We're now at 27 strength. Baller. And the giants are draining us of our food. Pretty quick, they do quite a bit of damage. We might be better off fighting the hobgoblins are yellow, so that might... Oh! Oh no, is it the hobgoblin that dropped a limpwort root? Yeah, that's what it is. The hobgoblins drop them, not the giants. Interesting. Okay. Man. We don't need a whole backpack full of limpwort roots, though. Ultimate Ironman probs, right? But it's good to know that hobgoblins drop them. I think I already knew that. I just had to re-remember by it happening. Excellent. All right, 27 strength, and we're heading towards 30. I wonder at what point I should actually go try an ice giant. How tough do I really need to be? Like with a bag full of food? Could I do it? Like, it feels like a question of probability. Like, I mean, obviously, this is just how RuneScape works, but there's some threshold that we need to cross where we're not just constantly taking massive damage. I don't know what defense level that is. So that we're not getting 3 hit. If we can hang in there, even if we took half of an inventory of damage, half of a health bar of damage per 3 shots, oh, that'd be too much. That'd be too much damage because we probably wouldn't be dealing enough in return. But with the whole inventory of food, maybe we could kill 1 ice giant? What is the combat level of an ice giant? I don't even know. Let's go ahead and eat up. A 6. Nice. How big of a hit would we land on an ice giant? We need a high enough attack to do consistent damage. We need a big enough defense to not just get waylaid, gobsmacked, and an inventory of food. Could we do it at all 30s? Would 30 combat levels? Is a zombie carrying an axe? Yeah, it is. I guess maybe that's the level 32 zombie. Do the other zombies don't carry axes, do they? Wow, is that like a reason for this creature to have a higher level? Another 6. Epic. Epic, epic, epic. I have to say, this has been a really chill and fun time. Just grinding combat in the Edgeville Dungeon. Combat in RuneScape is such a surprisingly chill thing. Until it's not, but training. Training combat anyway. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. And it's this guy right here. Yeah. Nice. Iron short sword and bones. Don't really need the water rune. I wonder if the limpwort root will sell very well. How much is a limpwort root worth being a drop from a hobgoblin? Is this the zombie's indication that it's aggroed on me for the next fight? I guess not. Okay. Coins. Bones. Do we want the sword to sell? Is there anywhere nearby that we can just go drop off our loot for money, since we're clearly broke? If we weren't training cooking, we could just walk over to the barbarian village and cook meat, or pick up meat off the table there, but we also want to gain cooking XP. Although we're gaining it very slowly by not just dedicating straight time to it, but by fighting creatures that are too tough for us, we're forcing ourselves to go back, kill rats, collect more raw meat, cook more meat, get more cooking XP. It's all working together for the common good. Nice. And a hit points level. Let's go 27 hits. Yeah, for some reason I doubt that straight 30s is going to be enough to kill an ice giant, but I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is near the lower bounds of killing one. Like, not sitting and farming, obviously. And then we could keep training. Yeah, that might be a goal. We might head over there at 30s just to see if it smacks us or not. Just to see what happens. A 6 on a giant. Let's go. Is your strength roll independent of your opponent? Does your defense only affect the attack roll, or does it also affect the damage roll? I'm not sure. What's interesting is these are open source code bases, so we could just literally go Look at the logic and see. Pretty cool feature of playing in the private server community. All right. Let's actually get nearer to the door. We learned our lesson last time. Another 6. Nice. Doing pretty well. Ooh, lag. Lag, lag, lag. There we go. A 6. Yeah, we're doing well. I was wondering if even more defense would be necessary, because we are still taking damage. But getting strength to 30 might let us hit like a 7 or an 8 maybe, which would help us burn through their hits faster. It's all a balance. Every melee stat that you train just helps you inch along in optimizing your character. Trying to pay attention to what we're good at, what we're not good at. Which you can just look at the number, but they feel different. They're in different levels of importance, right? Each of the melee skills are not created equally. Also exciting, I've been playing Brighter Shores, just came out. It's another game by Andrew Gower, one of the legendary Gower's brothers that created this game, created RuneScape. Ignited the behemoth that is RuneScape. I think we need to break and eat, but I'm not sure which giant is which. Okay, this one right here. Yep, that's correct. Okay, so we're out of regular raw meat. Not raw meat, cooked meat. So once we start getting, I don't know, half health or so, we should probably head back to the rats. We're hanging for a decent chunk of time. I mean, it's not like we're able to sit here indefinitely for sure, but hey, is this color light green now? Wow, this was yellow. Oh my gosh, so we should be doing better against the hobgoblins now. That's very nice. Excellent, excellent. More limpwort root. Yeah, we might have to go and sell this and see. Or make some strength potions, at least a couple. See what else that we would need. I think it's limpwort root that you need for a strength potion. I could be mistaken. We could head over to Varrock and find out. Yeah, we're doing pretty well against the hobgoblins. This is a few fights in a row, and we're maintaining HP in the 20s. Oh, I say that. Spoke too soon. Nice. (27 strength, 30 defense, 21 attack). Might just keep fighting these hobgoblins for a bit, collecting limpwort root. No idea if that's worth our time or not. We can figure it out. We should be... I feel like we're getting close to 28 strength now. It's been a bit since we leveled. I guess not too long. But I feel like we're getting a lot of kills over here on the higher leveled end of the dungeon. I'm trying to remember, was the red spider in its 30s or was it in the 40s? The deadly red spider in the Varrock sewers. I have to go check that dungeon out again as well. Dungeoneering and role-playing games are fun. They're like a source of excitement in themselves. Like, you don't even have to have like a real goal other than to clear the dungeon, quote, quote, to get to the back of it and prove your worth against the strongest creature inside it. I wonder if I can kill this guy fast enough to pick up this loot. I guess I'll not risk it. Let's go ahead and take it. Yeah, we're lasting for a good while against the hobgoblins. This is probably a good room for us to hang out in. A strength level. Let's freaking go. 28 strength. Nice. Maybe now we mix it up. Maybe we go to attack to try to get some quick levels. Quicker levels, I should say. Because we are whiffing quite a bit. Like, look at all these zeros. It can be useful at this point to be more consistent. Okay, we are taking a fair bit of damage now. Oh my gosh, an attack level off the bat. No way. That is hilarious. Okay, let's head back. Yeah, we'll flee from these encounters. Oh, that's sad after landing a 6. Juked you out of your shoes. And there are those moss giants somewhere else. Level 62, yikes. The red makes me think we would have a tough time, which also makes me think if it was an ice giant, we would have a tough time. I might be delusional in thinking that 30s is strong enough. We might need to wait until we can see that they're like some shade other than red. Just know that there's some kind of chance. Do I want to do something with this limpwort root? I don't know if it's worth... If we're training combat right now, I don't know if it's worth keeping this. We're probably going to get more drops from hobgoblins as we continue training, so... Yeah. The ultimate Ironman struggle, I think that we dump the unnecessary stuff. Yeah, we're not trying to make money right this second. It's not what we're optimizing for. We are working for combat XP. That is the goal. We are toughening up to prepare for defeating the ice giant and then farming the mithril square shield. Nice. Nice and easy. We're going to get faster and faster at clearing these rats. Let's run around, pick up bones. Get that prey XP. This would be the room to hang out in. To train prayer, to try to hit that front page of the high scores. All right. Lots of bones. And we should get a rat spawn about now. Maybe a couple of rounds of bones and then a rat? No? They are on a pretty slow timer. Especially with how quick we're able to kill them now. Yeah, accuracy, landing consistent hits makes a big difference. It really does. Yeah, look at that back-to-back spawn. That means we killed the first rat very quickly last time. Yeah, maybe we need to catch our accuracy up. Keep it kind of balanced, kind of level. The composition of your melee combat levels is interesting. An interesting topic. Go through the secret door. Fight the rat. Collect the bones, collect the meat, collect the coins. And back to the rat room. I guess pick up the bones along the way. And that rat is going to want aggro. Oh, no, he wants to leave his little home. His little burrow. Wow, look at that. That was quick. Raw meat and bones. There's another rat spawn. Baller. Look at that. Did we just three-shot that rat? Epic if so. So the next rat is probably not back yet. So we'll collect a round of bones. Collect a round of bones. Oh, there's the rat, so we can go. Head that way. Follow these bones. It's a method, huh? We'll push the odd-looking wall. Just run back and forth. Interesting. Kind of a cool loop. Take the money, take the bones, bury them. Just like what we do with the dead chemist. We bury him. Haha. Not a bad gig as far as training routine goes. As far as training routines go, I should say. Grammar. English as a first language is tough from time to time. And we've almost got a full inventory of rat meat. We're closing in on it. I wonder if we get 22 attack from the rats. 23 attack. I wonder if we get 23 attack just from the rats, since it's a lower level. I don't know if they're enough XP for that. Only being combat level 13. And nice, okay. More bones, more bones. The other rat is about to spawn. Or it is spawned. Yep, it's there. We don't have a lot of room for bones now. Basically 3 more rats and we're heading to the surface. for some further cookery. Nice. Nice that these level 21 skeletons aren't pulling aggro on us as we go back and forth. Easily could have designed that differently, right? They could have been aggro, we could have been... Pardon the hardcore engine gunning sounds. Don't know if you can hear that, assuming you can outside. But yeah, they definitely could have made that a little more difficult for us. Would not have really been a big deal. Level 21 skeletons. They're just on the path, back and forth. So we'd have to decide whether it was worth it or not. And there are our last two rats. Before we head back up to the surface of Gillinor. I mentioned Brighter Shores earlier. It's really interesting and crazy to be playing an Andrew Gower game that is not set in Gillinor. Spend some time in Hopesport as a town guard. Recorded that gameplay, so that will be on the channel before too long. This is going to go up first, and then Brighter Shores. I've been on my Scapian grind. Is that a word, Scapian? Scape-like? Instead of roguelike, Scape-like? Start calling games like that. Not first try this time. Hey, a woodcutting level. Let's go. I can't believe that we're getting those from these very few logs that we're lighting. What I'd really like is another cooking level, to be honest with you. We are cooking full inventories of meat. Hey, look at that. I had to go and jinx it, didn't I? I had to jinx it. I didn't have to, but I did. I had to jinx it. Wow. Okay. That was a pretty good run. Only 3 burnt meats. Still no cooking level. We're still at 24. But that's okay. That's okay. Oh, I need to eat. Yeah. So we'll eat 2 meats and then we'll replenish. We'll hunt some rats to replenish the rest. Do some rat catcher. It's so funny that they still aggro at level 13. These are some fearless rats. I say that. They flee before the end. When the going gets tough. Nice. Oh, that's funny. Didn't notice you were out here. It's making my job a little easier, I guess. Why not pick up these bones? Why not? Nothing's stopping us. It's going to be cool to compare some of these spaces between RSC Perfect and 2001Scape. Like, will there be any difference in like where NPCs are and whatnot? I'm going to try to pay attention to that kind of thing. But we are definitely not done here. There is work to be done in 2001Scape. That is for sure. Need 2 more. Rats, we can go ahead and use the 2 in this room. Let them respawn. We'll work on prayer in their absence. $16 and $18. Pray good and pray evil. Functionally meaningless except for the high scores, which of course we care about. Oh, I ate a meat. Boo, why did I do that? That's hilarious. Okay, so we will need the 3rd rat to round out the inventory. And an attack level. Let's go. Nice. 23 attack. We did get an attack level just from the rats. That is great. That is awesome. Once again, Theoin is moving up in the world. LOL. Misclick, but it's okay. It's in BD, as the young folk would say. All right. Bones and lovely money. Nice. Okay. Coins. Bones. Lag. Yep. Bones. Rat meat. And push the odd-looking wall. Let's head back to the surface. I wonder why they chose 50 frames per second. I'm noticing the FPS indicator at the bottom right of the client. Seems like something they would do, include an FPS indicator in an early game. I'm sure that's there because it's legit, not because the private server just wanted it there. I'm going to guess not. What about hardware at the time? Did they have a 50 hertz refresh rate on monitors? I ask because I'm used to seeing like, what, 60 and 120? At least what I've paid attention to. Awesome. See how Lady Luck favors us or not on our cookery. Nice. Excellent, okay. Full inventory except for 2 meats. Awesome. Okay, well, I think I'm going to call it here for today. Thank you all so very much for watching today's episode. In this session, we were able to hit 30 strength, 30 defense, 28 strength, and 23 attack. Our new combat level is 27. Excellent. That is higher than we started. I believe it was 24.5 when we first checked. Maybe just 24. I seem to remember at the beginning of the session. Whatever the case, it has been a blast, and in the next session, we will continue grinding out combat XP on our way to accomplishing our goals of clearing every dungeon in 2001Scape, killing everything in every dungeon, killing the ice giant, the strongest attackable creature in the game, now that we have some of the best gear in the game, and finally farming ice giants for that rare mithril square shield drop. Thank you so very much for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit that like button and to subscribe for more 2001Scape content. I'm Twinrova, and this has been episode 33 of Let's Play 2001Scape. Until next time, happy scaping, and fight on!